Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the turnbuckle pad. I want you guys to meet someone who's been tearing people's heads off and breaking people's necks. I want you to put your hands together for the Bazinga Backwoods Brown.
What's going on, everybody? It's the one and only. It's been a while since you guys have probably seen me. And for the new people, hello. I am me, you are you. Things are lovely.
Backwoods, thank you for taking this time out.
Yeah, no problem.
We've been watching you tear heads off and break people. But people want to know a little bit more about you. What makes you love this business? What makes you do what you do?
Ah, man, growing up, Saturday afternoons, man, me and my dad and my brothers watching pro wrestling. You know, me being a little kid sitting on his lap. You know, it's like comic book heroes come to life, you know. Everybody was larger than life. They had muscles on top of muscles. And as a kid, I was hooked. I mean, growing up as a kid, people used to lay on the floor in my house watching TV. When they weren't looking, I'd climb onto the armrest of the couch, come off with the Randy Savage elbow drop. So my love and my passion for this business has been something I've had, God, since forever, basically.
Who was your inspirations?
Oh, man. Growing up, I was a huge fan of the Fat Man, Dusty Rhodes. Loved him. Charismatic. He was everything that you would want out of a worker. Bret Hart, great work rate. You know, you never had to worry about him getting in the ring and hurting anybody or doing things that weren't right. Of course, as any kid, I loved Hogan. You know, even as a kid, I knew, you know, he wasn't the greatest worker that was out there, but, you know, he had charisma. You know, he lit up the camera when he was on. And being a kid of the 90s, how can you not like the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels? He had it all, and in my personal opinion, and I hope a few others, best person to ever lace up a pair of boots.
Amen to that, my friend. Well, Backwoods, let me ask you, what was your favorite match and what was your worst match that you didn't like?
Me or watching as a kid?
Well, now that you're a wrestler, what do you think? By your own experience.
One of the best matches I've ever seen, I've got 3 that I've ever seen. Steamboat and Savage, WrestleMania 3. Steamboat and Flair. And because I was there live, you know, Michaels and Taker at WrestleMania, you know, 25.
Nice. Now that you're a wrestler, do you see things a little bit differently from watching it on TV?
Of course. I mean, being in the business now, it's hard not to watch the product on TV and not want to critique it. You know, you see little things sometimes that drives you crazy, and it's the little things like, you know, how guys get in the ring, how they walk, how they talk. It's the little things that make a great worker. And sometimes you're just watching it and you're like, God, this guy's got $1 million body and a 10-cent brain.
Do you come across a lot of people like that in the business nowadays, or do you think it's gotten better?
You still have a lot of guys out there like that, you know, that they look great, but you get them in the ring and it's like trying to fit a circle into a square block. It doesn't work, you know. And I'm not in the world's greatest shape, but I take pride in what I do, and I prepare myself to get in there and work. And you know, that's a problem I have with a lot of guys now. They expect things to be handed to them. You know, when I broke in, man, I got trained the old school way. I bumped for 45 minutes straight. You know, I learned how to throw punches on a brick wall. They said you're throwing them right when your hand doesn't hurt anymore. You know, so I have appreciation for the business, and I see a lot of people in the business now that don't appreciate it. You know, that you got the yarders or the flippy kids. You know, a lot of guys just don't want to be wrestlers. You know, and that's what I am. I'm a wrestler.
Would you say people just want to get a taste of the fame and glory?
Yeah, I call it the cool factor, because everybody, no matter how long you've been doing it or who you meet, the first time you tell them you're a professional wrestler, you get the same reaction. Oh, really? That's cool. And a lot of people get caught up on that. So kids, if you're watching and you decide you want to be a wrestler, don't do it to impress your friends, because you'll meet guys like me that when you get in the ring with me, I'm going to try to knock your head off.
And he's not lying, fans. I've seen it happen firsthand. Well, Backwoods, before we wrap this up, what advice would you give to anyone who's new in the business or trying to get in the business?
Number 1, shut up. 2, listen. And 3, practice your craft. That's the only way that you become good at it. You have to practice. Put in the extra time. When you go to practice, work hard. You know, when you're in the locker room with the vets, don't talk, just listen, because you learn so much from listening. You know, a lot of guys nowadays, you know, they start out, they want to have matches right away. I didn't have a match right away. I did ring crew. You know, I had to set up and break the ring down, you know, and I listened. Guys in the locker room. You know, you have to have a respect for the business. If you don't have respect for the business, you know, the business is going to continue to deteriorate and be in worse shambles than it is now. And being a fan of this sport, because that's what it is. Professional wrestling is a sports, people. It's not sports entertainment. I grew up watching Dick the Bruiser, Bruiser Brody, all those hard knocks, man. That, my friends, is pro wrestling. I'm not a sports entertainer. I am a pro wrestler.
Backwoods, we thank you for this time. For all you new people out there, take his words into consideration and take them to heart. Backwoods, we thank you for your time. Fans, stay tuned. This has been an exclusive with Backwoods Brown.